Alright, so I wanted to share a story when it comes to like B12. Um, so, um, so I could say this. So I had like a parent conference, and and as I go, um, all I'm hearing is just negative. Like, your son's bad. He can't focus. He's always moving. He doesn't listen. He's bothering other children. He doesn't sit. And he's always making noise. So my boy's obviously hard-headed, you know. And I don't get any solutions. I'm just hearing just negative from the teacher. Like, I would assume that, like, maybe she got a little bit of information she could hook me up with so I could help out my son. And she didn't. So, but I did have some sort of information a while back that about like the good benefits off of B12, the vitamin, which I'm not saying like that the ones you're gonna find at CVS. We're talking about like pure B12 vitamin, that you could order and concentrated in liquid, which means in liquid, not in a pill. And I told her that I was gonna basically find a solution, and I was gonna give it a try. So my son will basically became like a little science experiment. So I order him his B12. You know, I mean, I got it from like some shop, online from Infowars, and it had like a honey flavor in it, and it was like in herbs. And I'm giving it to the little youngster, and he goes off in his days as usual, going to school as I would take him. And time passed. I kept doing the same routine, giving him the B12 before he went to class and school, and pick him up. So I go one day, and I'm like waiting for my son to come out, and I have the actual teacher running, like looking for me, and she obviously finds me. But I was like, oh, like, what happened? She was like, oh, I'm looking for you. I'm like, man, my boy done did some cray, and like man, like, what did I do? And she's like, what did you do to your son? And I'm like, oh, well, I don't know what you mean. She's like, he's my best student. She said that he went from being the worst to the best. I couldn't believe it, to be very honest. Because the story that came out of my son was, yay, Dad, because after the meeting that we had with her, my son was disappointed. He didn't know why he wasn't like the rest of the kids, trying to listen and behave and get good grades. He didn't know. So um and he would tell me, hey, Dad, am I stupid? Like, something wrong with me? Like, am I dumb? And imagine hearing this after the parent conference from the teacher. So, I told him no, that I was gonna give him his own vitamins, which I believe that was the only thing he needed. And I did it. to have that experience of have the actual teacher run to me and after school and then tell me, what did I do? How did I do it? I explained to her, and I told her I just gave him his B12 vitamin. That was it. While we're over here medicating these kids and giving them all these, like test run and laboratory medications, we're not giving them their vitamins. So today I decided to just speak up and give my side of the story and let you guys know that just give it a try. It's a vitamin, you know not off the CVS, none of that other stuff. Look for natural base, because I got it from Infowars, and I know most of you guys don't like that guy Alex Jones and so on. That's none of my concern. you know I know you guys have an issue with that. I'm not Alex, but I I was a father that was concerned, and I tried out his supplements, and I tried it on my son, and trust me, he wanted it every day. He was like, "Can I get some more?" I can't. I'm 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 a changed kid. Like, he couldn't even believe it. So off of my story, true, no false, nothing but the heart. From the bottom of my heart, give these kids a chance. You know, give it a try. You know, and if you speak Spanish, please share that to someone else that speaks Spanish. Not the video, because obviously they're not gonna know what the hell I'm saying. But just tell individuals, interpret it to them, and tell them, you know what, what alternatives there are. Because we're not informed. So, just wanted to share that story. Yeah, have a wonderful day.